All right, today I'm going to go through some of the questions from 2021 paper 2. So these are some of the answers for the first few questions. So for question number 1, this one over here shouldn't be a problem. Okay, but you notice for my question 1B, right, they never asked me to round off the numbers. So actually I prefer to use the exact fraction. I didn't round it off to a number, but if you want, you can round off to 3 single figures. Okay. Then next question over here. This one is a regular pentagon. The other day I read something similar to this in class already. So you use the pentagon formula and you find the different angles. Then you have angles at a point. Okay, that's for question number 2. Okay, question 3. Usually for stem and leaf diagram, they seldom ask mean, but this time around they really ask mean. So what you need to do is you need to add up the individual data, 18, 23, 26, 27, 27, 28, so on and so forth. Okay, but sometimes you take note to read the key. Sometimes it may be like 1.8, there might be a decimal place, or it's 18,000, or whatever answer. So you also need to take note to read the key on its own. Okay, so to find mean, you add up all the numbers. There are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of them, 15 of each student. So divide by 15. Now, for mean, estimation of mean, the answer may or may not be a nice number. So it's okay to round off to 3 single figures, or you can use your calculator to give you the answer. Right. One of the students is chosen at random. If I want to choose one student, there are 15 students to begin with. So I start with 15 students. They want the number of students who took less than 25 minutes. Less than 25. So 25 is the cutoff point. Only got 2% take less than 25. So the probability will be 2 over 15. Okay, all these numbers so far, question 1, 2, and 3, still okay so far? Should be okay, right? Okay, then next one, the harder question will be question number 4. So I should go through question 4 a little bit slower. Okay, question number 4 itself, write the following in standard form. Okay, so first one, let us just quickly recall standard form, what I need to do. Standard form, I need to have this in a number smaller than 10, bigger than 1. So in this case, it will be 1. I need to put my decimal place here. So this will be 1.5. Then I need the original decimal place is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's times 10 to the power of 7. Since this number is bigger than 1, so my power here will be a positive power. So this one is my answer, positive power. Okay, now this one is called an ordinary form. So all these numbers are ordinary form. We want to change them into standard form. Again, I want a number smaller than 10, bigger than 1. So I put the decimal place over here. Then I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The current decimal place is 5 away. So 10 to the power 5. But this one is smaller than 1. So when it's smaller than 1, the power will be negative 5. Okay, these two, part 1, part 2 shouldn't be a problem, correct? Okay, now I need your response to help me to do part B. Okay, first things first, let's work out part B together. Part B says 4.3 times 10 to the power A multiplied with, this one is A, it looks a little bit like 9, A times 3.6 times 10 to the power of B. First things first, what are the numbers that we can multiply together? 4.3 times 3.6. Can you all calculate for me 4.3 times 3.6? What happened? What is the answer? The number? What do y'all get?
15.48.
Thank you. 15.48. Okay, so now I have these two numbers is 15.48. Next, I have the one 10a times 10b. When it's all in power form, this is multiply. Multiply. Same base. What happened to my power? Multiply. Same base. What happened to the power?
Plus.
Yes, correct. Power add together. So in this case, I will have times 10 to power a plus the b. Do you understand how we get this step? Okay, so first part, we know this. Oops. Okay, so then the next thing is, but this number over here, 15.48, is not a standard form yet. Can you tell me how to change 15.48 into standard form? Where should I shift the decimal place to? 15.48 into standard form. Change it to what? 1.548, correct? Then I need to shift the decimal place how many times? One time, correct? So it's times 10 to the power of 1. This is a number bigger than 1. Bigger than 1, so the power is positive. So this is positive 1. So now I have 15.48 in standard form is this. I'm going to replace it, this one, into 15, not 15, is 1.548 times 10. Then my original is times 10 to the power a plus b. Do you understand this portion so far? First part. Sorry, why need to change the answer into standard form? Oh, because they say A, this pattern. This one, they say where this is in this pattern. So in this pattern, this means the K is a number smaller than 10, more than 1, but 10 to the power something. So this part actually means write in standard form. So the question here means the standard form. Is this okay? Then now if I want it in standard form, first, I multiply the numbers first. So I have 15.48. Then I have 10 to the power of the power add together. Now the number here, 15.48 itself, is not a standard form. I change it to this. Do you understand this part, how I change the 15.48 into standard form? Can? This one okay? Okay, Okay, then next thing. So I replace this thing with 1.548 times 10 to the power 10, 1 already, right? So now I'm going to write my final answer. This part will be 1.548 times, what happens to this? What happens to the power when you do multiplication? What happens to the power when you do multiplication? Add together. So it'll be 10 to the power 1 plus A plus B. So your final answer for the number, it will have changed to 1.548 times 10 to the power 1 plus A plus B. Now, question asks you, what is the value for your K? So the value for K, 1.548 answer. Then what is the power? This is 10 to the power n, 10 to the power 1 plus A plus B. Right, so you can see n is equals to 1 plus A plus B. Answer. Do you need me to repeat this part again? I repeat this portion, this number times this number equals to this one. Then power add together equals to this one. Then this is not standard form. Okay, then change it to standard form. Then now this part and this part combine together, the power add together. Okay, have you all understood this portion? And B part 2, is it? B part 1 or B part 2? So I compare this. So this whole thing is my answer, right? For the value in standard form. So it means this one is the same as k times 10 to the power n. So if k times 10 to the power n is written this way, then you check k is the number, 10 is the 10, so n will be the power 1 plus a plus b, the power for the 10, which is this answer. Okay, good, thank you. All right, so this question 4, okay so far. This one is a new trend question. Not very common yet, but you never know. Like I was saying yesterday, for indices, they may add in additional algebra, right? So to up the level of the question, so you need to know. Okay, next question number 5. Okay, although I have the answer, but I'm going to redo the whole question again. Now this question, right, is it looks like it's 2D. Yes, it's 2D, but the thing is it is actually a hemisphere. So a hemisphere figure actually means it's not just 2D, it's a 3D diagram. So you have a water surface, then got water inside. Oh, I look like sand. Okay, yeah. Okay, like that. So it's actually a 3-dimensional hemispherical shape. Okay, kind of shape. So now the problem is I want to find the area of the surface of the water. The area of the surface is actually now, because it's hemispherical shape, it fill up the bowl. So the area of surface is in the shape of a circle. If it's in the shape of a circle, area of circle equals to pi r squared. So the questioning of the problem is, I do not know what is the radius of this circle. So I need to know the radius of the circle. So what is the radius? Where is that radius? That radius will be the line, the portion over here. I need to find this radius. So what I can do, I do not know the letter. I only got so limited number. I'm going to let R be the radius of the surface of water. Okay. Then next thing, what do we observe? We observe that there is a, what kind of triangle is there here? Oh, nobody answer me. Hello? What kind of
Right angle
triangle?
triangle.
Thank you. We have right angle triangle. So when we have a right angle triangle, I must try to find a relationship for all different sides. Now the question is, if this is my radius, this is my radius, this is my radius, this is my radius, how much is this measurement, the whole thing over here? Anyone? This is the radius. This is also radius. Radius. How
20.
much? Yes. This whole thing is 20. Right? This portion is 20. If this portion is 20, then they tell you this portion is already how much? They tell you this portion is how much?
7.
7. So if that's the case, then what is this portion over here? 20 minus 7 is how much?
13.
13 cm. So if I know this is 13 cm already, then can I find the radius of the water? Don't even need to use R. Oh no, I did a long working in my answer. Okay, y'all don't use my answer. I did a long working. I went to solve project equation. How to find this one? This one is a right angle triangle. So I want to find,
Pythagoras.
yes, Pythagoras. This is the long or shorter one. Shorter side, right? So what do we do?
Minus.
Minus. So in this case will be hypotenuse 20 square minus 13 square. What is the number? My answer wrong Ayo. Okay, 20 square minus 13 square. What's the answer y'all get?
15.19.
This one, huh? Okay, I got something similar along the way. Right? So if my radius is this, I want the area of the surface of the water. Yeah. Okay, so in this case, the area pi r squared, 15.199. Why did I do this the other method? I got this answer. You give me a minute, let me read my other answer. Why did I do this? No leh, is 7 what? Why did I have 20 minus r? What am I doing? Okay, I did the question wrongly. So anyway, I want the area of the surface of water. Then after that, pi r squared, this one will be my answer. Wow, 4 marks, just like that. Did I do it wrongly? Oh yeah, confirm this one. Now then my logical brain cells come in. So this one, my answer will be 725.738 round of 368.726 cm square. This one okay? Can So that is for question number 5. Okay, let me continue with this one. Do you need help for this question? Okay, I just quickly go through, okay? So I have map is to actual, right? 1 is to 25000. When I first start off with, there is no unit, so it's cm on both sides. Okay, can you help me to change this to kilometer? Answer. Divide by how much?
100.
1,000.
1,000 and 100. Both said the same. Both said the answers at the same time. So this will be 0.25 kilometer. Okay, find the P. So P is 0.25. Right. Next, two towns are 30 cm apart. So I take this number times 30 cm. So 0.25 times 30 cm to give you the answer for the second part. 30 divided by 4. I got 7.5 kilometer. Okay, they want now the area scale. How do we convert the area? Okay, anyone, how can we convert the area? Square. We square everything. 1 square, cm square, followed by
0.25 square km square.
cube, kilometer square. So I get 1 cm square, 0.25. 0.25 square is actually 0.0625 kilometer square. Now the question over here, this is for the actual, right? So the actual comes over here. Before I find 3.6 kilometer square, I need to find 1 kilometer square. So what do? I divide by 0.0625. Then after which I times 3.6. So I take 1, I divide by 0.0625 times 3.6. And you get your answer. Okay, this one most of you can do, right? Xingyan, you know how to do map scale already, not?
Yeah.
Can, huh? Okay, then like that, I'm going to go through the next question. Okay, next better question. Okay, this question, I need to go through this whole thing slowly again. Bear with me a little bit. First part, A is the 0.29. Okay, B is the 0.105. So this one is 10.5. Okay, and I have they tell me find the equation of line AB. So line AB itself is a slanted line. Slanted line have a equation y equals to mx plus c. First step, find the gradient. Okay, is Nelly here today? Is Nelly here today? Nelly, can you help me find gradient using the 2 points A and B? Which one minus which one you choose? Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
5 minus 9.
Okay,
10 minus 2.
correct. Okay, then we calculate the answer. 5 minus 9 over 10 minus 2. This one gradient negative half. You notice it's going downwards the line, so it's also a negative gradient. Okay, so then my second step, after I got my gradient already, the y equals to mx plus c. The m now change to the number. Negative half. So y equals to negative half x plus c. Alamak, Nadra not here today. Is Nadra here today? Okay. Never mind. Then I ask the next person. Yufeng, can you help me to tell me how do I find c? I need to sub a point. Which point should I choose? Or which point do you want to choose?
A.
A. Okay, so we sub the point 2, 9 into the equation. Okay, we want to find C. So the y now change to the number 9, negative half. The x now is the number 2, right? Then plus C. So 9 equals to, this one become negative 1 plus C. So the value for C, I bring this over, will become 10. Okay. Then Amalina also not here. Then okay, what is the equation of this line? After I found the y-intercept already, last step. Maybe who can tell me the equation? I found the C already. C is 10. C is 10. How do I put in the equation?
Y equals to negative half plus 10.
Negative half what?
X plus 10.
Yes, thank you. Now, whose voice is that? Is it Elise voice? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right, so this is my equation for the answer. So this question itself, I do not know why they only have this little number of marks, but the number of steps is actually quite a lot. Okay, unless they give you the gradient. So in this case, equation align, y equals to negative half x plus 10. Answer. Next question. Oh, this is repeated recently in trend. Okay, they say M is the point midway between A and B. That means it's half of A and B. Let's look at our x coordinate first. So the x coordinate for 2 is, for A is 2. X coordinate for B is 10. What is the number in the middle? How do we find number in the middle? We take the number, do what to it?
Divide by 2.
Add together, divide by 2. So 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 divide 2, then in the middle it will become 6. So my x unit is actually 6. This is your M. Then I look at my y unit in this case. What's my y? My y is the number 9. My y is the number 5. How do I find the number in the middle? Well, I go and count lah. Okay, 9 plus 5 divided by 2. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is the number 7. So this is still, even if I read from my picture, this is 6, 7. So coordinates of n, 6, 7. Okay, so must know how to find the number in the middle. Next one, calculate the length of A to N. I'm going to use these two coordinates. Anyone remember the formula? I give you, it looked like something like Pythagoras theorem. What's inside the brackets?
X2 minus X1, Y2 minus Y1.
Thank you. Okay, this one, please study the formula sheet or remember the formula. Okay, So x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. So I'm going to use my two coordinates over here, x1, y1, x2, y2. So I will have part, this one is which part? Part 2. Okay, then I'll have Pythagoras theorem, something like Pythagoras theorem. So 9 minus 7, 2 minus 6. Is it? Can you check what is the answer? Give me the decimal, please. Is it correct? Am I correct?
4.472.
My calculation correct or not? Should be correct, right? Okay, then we round off to 3 CP. This one, you notice the number doesn't end, it continues. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3 CP, 4.47 units. Okay, so that's for the length. Okay, length formula must know. Okay, next one, C is the 0.31 where A, B, C, D is a rhombus. What's so special about the rhombus? Number one, rhombus is a parallelogram. And not only that, rhombus have all sides equal. Oops, Arisa got disconnected. So A, B, C, D. No, it's not A, B, C, D. It's A go to which point first? A go to C first. 3, 3, 1. 3, 1 is here. So A go to C. Yeah, let me erase away the other highlighted portions. A go to letter C first. A to C. Oops. Okay, so the question did say A go to C, then C go to B, then B go to D. So there's a particular sequence and order. A go to C, C goes to B. Then now that means this point M over here has no usage for me already. I don't need to use this point anymore. This one was 6, 7. So if I have it this way, I need to have my A, C, B, D will be somewhere on top. But the problem is this one is a slanted. How do I find another slanted? So when we had slanted or whichever, right, we try to draw in a triangle form. Okay, I count horizontal and vertical units. Okay, I count horizontal and vertical units. Or since I'm drawing, or the other way around also can. Let me draw this. This way also can. Okay. Yeah, this one later I need to use it. So in this case, I draw it this way. So for A, in order to go to C, what is the height and range, the units here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units here and 1 unit across. So in this case, this green point B, I have to count 1 unit to the left, then go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then this point is my point D. And this is the point 9, 13. So then this will be my rhombus. Okay, I repeat again to count the diagonals. Diagonals very difficult to measure, so I try to find a triangle, horizontal and vertical units. So in this case, this one is 1 to the left, 8 units up. So from B, I count 1 to the left, 8 units up all the way. Is that okay? So we have this. Then up next, okay, next question. So I didn't know my point D already. That one is 9, 13. Okay, so next part, they are asking me to calculate the area of a rhombus. So area of rhombus is usually base times perpendicular height. But you notice this one, if we have a base, we do not know the base is somewhere in the middle of a square. I want a perpendicular height. I also do not know the perpendicular height is also somewhere, or maybe I need a perpendicular height. I do not know. So in this kind of question, I am stuck a little bit, pretty much. So what I did in the end is I went to draw and form a rectangle. And then if I want to get my rhombus, meaning I find the area of this rectangle over here, which can be found by half times base times height. I find the area of this small rectangle here, which can also be found by half times base times height. And this part is the same rectangle, same triangle, sorry. And this part is the same triangle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the whole rectangle minus away 1, 2, 3, 4. I minus away the area of these 4 triangles. So my area of my rectangle in this case is the length times my breadth. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 8 units by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 by 12. So area of rectangle, 8 by 12 units, give you 96 units squared. Now let me find 96 units minus the area of the other triangles. Okay, can you tell me how to find the area of this triangle over? How to find the area for this triangle? Half time what base? What's the number of base? Half time what?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Half time 4 times. 7, right? There are 7 units here. So this is 4, this is 7. So half times 4 times 7. So this one over here will be half times 4 times 7. 14 units square. Let's find area of the triangle number 2. What's this triangle number 2 over here? Half time which base? 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So half time 1 times 8. Uh, 4 units square. Then I take my area of the rhombus 96 minus 14 2 times minus 4 2 times. Then I get my answer 96 minus 14 minus 14. I got the answer 60 units square. Can you all understand this portion? Those who understood already can give me a hand signal. Can sure not? Okay, confirm Okay, good. Then I continue, okay? So if you can understand this, very good. This one you can continue. Okay, this question I just did yesterday in the revision topical trending questions. Do you need me to go through this? Can you give me a hand signal? No, nobody or what? Okay, no need.
Madam Ng, can you go through the rearranging formula? Because I
Can.
always like mess up somewhere.
Okay, can I go through this part only? Then b equals to 2a over 3x minus 2y. Okay, first step, then like that, Juliana have to help me find the answer, okay? So first step, what do we usually need to do?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, equal stays in the center. This is b times 3x minus 2y. That is 2a. We expand this. This will be 3bx minus 2by. This part still okay, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to arrange to make x the subject. So I must put all the terms with x together. In this case, this is the only one with x. Then what do I need to do with the negative 2by?
Bring over become positive 2by.
Correct. So 3bx bring over equals 2a plus 2by. Then now I only want letter x. What is their relationship here? Yesterday, the other day I was with my sec 2. I asked them, what is the one boy? I asked him what's the relationship down here that they have. He tell me they are boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah, but the relationship here is plus minus times divide which one?
The letter B.
Yeah, the b and the 3b and the x is multiplied together, right? So how am I
Yeah.
going to get rid of the 3b?
Divide by 3b.
Yeah, divide by 3b. So 2a plus 2by over 3b. So this one relatively easy because they never asked you to do factorization. Is that okay?
Can.
But can do, huh? Next one,
Yeah,
then like that,
thank
then
you.
I ask, okay, thank you. Then I ask the rest of you, this one, can I solve using formula? Yes or no? Can I
No.
solve using formula? Yeah, no. Which word tells me cannot solve using formula?
Factorization.
Yes, the word factorization. Okay, thank you very much. Next question then. This one, I know y'all don't like to draw graph. Before I do question 10, question 10 is a must do question. I know you don't like to draw graph, but please don't be like that. You still need to draw, okay, to get the points, all right, and the marks. Okay, never mind. I drawn my graph already. Okay, this question is wrong. I ignore the answer for this question. Okay, I draw my graph already. Where's my graph? This one. Okay, so in this case, this one is my graph. The question is 3 times x plus 2 over x square. In case if there is negative number, please make sure you put bracket square into your calculator. And then I managed to draw the graph this way. Not a very nice number. There are certain things that I need you to take note when you draw graph. Actually, look at my graph portion over here, right? Okay, how do I know whether does my curve turns at this turning point or need to go below and then can go up or not? What I usually do, I notice that the values are very near to each other, What I do, I always test by one more point in between. And let's say maybe this is 1.5. I can suck in a 1.1 into my equation. Then I check, 1.1, when it's 1.1, okay, maybe you say 1.1 is even lower than 5. So I must make sure this is not my turning point. I must go a bit lower, then go up the curve. Okay, so how did I do it? I test whether is there the 0.1 beside, 0.1 above inside my calculator. Is it lower or not, or bigger? Then I'll know whether is this a turning point or not. Okay, this part, please take note. Next thing to take note, a lot of you draw curve, you all like to go like that and come back. Notice, if you draw this one go out and come back. This portion over here, this is not correct. You have to go gradually to reach the curve. It's not boomerang, go and then come back. You cannot draw it this way. Okay, so please take note. All right, now if you have the graph, then how do you use the graph? The question says use the graph, right? Use the graph to find the values. Got two answers, okay, or more, when y equals to 7. So what we do, we go to my graph and draw the line y at y equals to 7. Draw the whole line. So when I draw the whole line already, right, I look for the point of intersection. I should write down here. Okay, look for the point of intersection. And then what is it that they want? They want the x value. Read the x values. So in this case, after I draw my graph, then this is my answer according to my graph. This part can understand? Just that maybe you all might have not drawn your graph, I'm not very sure. Then you can practice, okay? But I want to extend my question, okay? This question is a very nice question. It tells you draw y equals to 7. Now, the recent type of trend question is they combine, they don't tell you so clearly. They say, for example, using the graph, solve the equation 3x plus 2 over x squared equals to 7. Type 1. What does this mean? Observe this part of the question when you have this. Y equals to 3x plus 2 over x squared. So when I have this is actually telling me this whole portion here, 3x plus 2 over x squared, is actually the letter y. So when this is the letter y, it is actually screaming to me that y is equals to 7. Then it will do the same as this question. Draw the line y equals to 7. Look for the point intersection. Find the values of x. But they never tell you now, straightforward. They ask you to solve this equation. Can you please write this down? Give you all some time to copy. Can you all please write this down? The newer type of question may ask you to do it this way. So you observe the pattern. This part is actually the same as your y value, the equation. Okay, then actually it's telling you y equals to 7. Then you draw y equals to 7. Then you look for the point of intersection. Can you write this down, please? Okay, once you're done writing, then you raise up hand, let me know, then I move on to the next question, huh? Okay, thank you, Elise. Thank you, Arisa. What about the rest? Lin, Xing En, Max, are you all there? Yufeng, are you still there? Okay, sure or not? Yufeng. Okay, done. Max, done. Yufeng, okay. Can all done, So this part of the question, don't tell me don't know how to do, okay? If they said something like that, must go and look, open up your eyes, see big, and then see, this one is y. So actually, it's the same as draw y, okay? Actually, graph is one of the easiest to score question. Don't really need algebra, just need to understand a little bit only. Okay, so can try one. Next one, by drawing a suitable tangent. So find the gradient of the curve. So my graph may not be accurate, not steep enough for me, but my actual answer is negative 6.48. So when x equals to 0.75, I just roughly go through again. X-axis, so x number, go 0.75 here. Then usually what I do, I'll go maybe 1 to 2 squares. Then I'll go all the way. This side, the left and right is the same number of units. But I can go up and down, different number of units. And then when I have my the 2 dots, right? A lot of students will join the dot, right? And then you all cut through. Wait, give me a minute. I've marked a couple of your graph already. And you all do this. If you notice, this line and the actual gradient line is a little bit different. Why? It did not pass through the point that you want. What you need to do when you have these 2 points as reference point, you need to slide it down. Slide down so that it touches the tangent. It's just tangent. Tangent means touch only, so cannot go through. So you cannot have this gap over here. Okay? So you cannot have the gap over here. You need to shift down your ruler, slide down to find the gradient. And then how do you find the gradient? You mark any 2 points on the line. So for me, I mark any 2 points, But usually I find if the number is difficult for me to read, then I will fix either one of the y value or the x value that is easy to read one. Then I just only need to read one of the harder ones. So in this case, I fix my y. One is 8, one is 2. Then I just go and read the x number. Okay, you notice this skill is a little bit difficult. Then what you can do, count the number of squares. So there are 10 squares here. 10 square represents 0.5 unit. 1 square will represent 0.05. So when you have 2 square, it will be 0.1 of a unit. Okay, so in this case, if you need to write down the steps and the calculation, please do so. Write down and then so that you can count the units correctly. Okay, so this is my gradient. And that's all for the graph. So you see, doable, can do, please. Okay, make sure you do. Okay, next one, before I end off all the other questions, this is one of the toughest questions in all the paper 2. Question 10 will always be a practical situation. They will test you on skills how to read the table and small words inside the question. You need to be observant and write it down. Okay, let's begin with this question. This is the shape, right, of the Hafiz room. All the measurements are in meters and all the angles are right angles. He either covered by carpet or wood. Okay, so if it's a carpet, they want one single big piece, no joint. That means it's only cutting. Then they want some carpet will be wasted lah. Okay, so let's take a look at our carpet first. The carpet says already the width of the carpet is 4 meters. So I look at my Hafiz room. The width is only 3.4. That means I must have a 4 meter when I buy the carpet itself. So there will definitely be something that I waste, correct or not? So I don't care, my width have to be 4 meters. So I'm just going to put that down. Next part, they say, they purchase the length. That means I'm going to purchase the length in this side. But however, it's in multiples of 0.5. So if I want to purchase the length, this length of the room is actually only 5.2. But because I want to buy it in multiples of 0.5, so the nearest 0.5 is 5.5. Okay, the 0.5 will be a 5.5. So in this case, let me do a sketch of my diagram. It will look like that. 4 meters, 5.5 meter. Until now, do you all know how we get the 4 and the 5.5? No? You all know? Yes, Yes, Okay, good. Next, they say find the area of the carpet that is wasted. That means they want to find this one, right? So I have to take the area of my rectangle minus away the area of this whatever picture that I have. So the area of the floor, we split it into 2.9 times 3.4. I think I cut it like that. So 2.9 times 3.4, one rectangle over here. The other one, 2.3 times 2.7, another rectangle over here. Did they give me 2.3? Oh, they only gave me 2.9. This is 5.2. So I own self go and calculate this one. I minus away to get 2.3. Okay? So then I take the area of my floor. Then I take the area of my carpet and my floor. I minus away each other. Are you okay with A part 1? Logical enough, right? But during exam, when you panic and you don't read many details, then all the small, I tell you, almost every line, they also have something that they want to do. Okay, so, but there are some information they purposely put in as additional information that don't need to use one, especially those in tables. Okay. So in this case, I got my area that is wasted. Next. Oh, Oh, I have another remedial. Xingning, I have not finished my remedial with my set 4. You come back a little bit in a while, 4 p.m. can? Xingning. Xingning, I see you at 4 p.m. Okay? You hold on for a while. Okay, then next question, let me go on. If Hafiz chooses a carpet, calculate the percentage of the carpet that is wasted. Percentage wasted. Take the amount, divide by my total carpet that I have bought. So I take the amount wasted, divide by the carpet that I bought, times 100%. So it's just like the percentage decrease. Take the decrease, divide by the original, times 100%, something like that. Okay. Next part of the question, they say they want to calculate the area of wood laminate in one box. Okay, let's take a look at wood. Wood of them, each plank comes in, each plank will be in a rectangle, right? So in a rectangle shape itself, I will have the length 0.2 meters by 1.3, right? So this will be the area of one wooden plank. So I take 1.3 times 0.2, 0.626 meters square. But then in one box, there are 6 of them. So I take 0.26 times 6 wooden plank. Okay, that covers an area of 1.56 meters square. Right? Now they ask me the next part, which is a cheaper option. Where is the price? Let's take a look at our question over here. What's the price? The price was $43 per meter square. Remember how much carpet did I buy? I bought the 22. So I take the 22 and the 43. So I multiply price times quantity. So that's the price for my carpet. Okay? But now, how are we going to find the floor? Let's take a look at our instructions. They say we recommend you to add 8% to your total floor area. 8. Have we calculated our total floor area? Our total floor area we calculated just now, the rectangle over here, and this rectangle over here was this number. I need to add how many percent? Add a 8%, right? I need to add a 8% to it. All my students are here. So I take my original floor area. I have an additional 8%. I add to it. So this is my total floor area. But each box of wood laminate, just now we calculated, can contain a cover an area of 1.56. How many boxes will I need? Do I round up or do I round down? Do I round up or do I round down?
Round up.
Yeah, round up. If not enough to cover, right? So even there is 11, I also cannot buy 11.2 boxes, right? So I have to buy one box as a whole. That means I need a 12 box itself. Then each box, they say, costs $65, $65 per box. Then I take the number of boxes here times $65 to give you this number. Is this okay? Then I compare which one is cheaper. 946 for carpet, then the wood 780. So which one cheaper? The wood is cheaper. Is it okay? Yeah, I need you all to study this question also because this question, if you look at this shape and you look at the 2020 paper, the shape is exactly this shape as well. Just like they asked the question in slightly varied form, slightly different. So the practical situation application question, but they changed this the same shape, but slightly different. So I will advise you to go and read 2022, 2023 questions, see whether would it repeat the same type of practical applications question as well. Is that okay? All right, my next class is waiting. I have this portion that I cannot go through. I sent out the answers already. Y'all check if you need consultation for this section B portion, you look for me, can? All right, if not, then no other questions, then I shall end remedial withdrawal for today. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Madam Ong. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.